throughout the 2 days.
Yeah, I think they'll both be disappointed not to have done better or got further in the cup tournament. They were both very close. The Scottish pushed BGC Dragons all the way. In fact, maybe should have won.
So does it look like there's a player down there,
yeah,
possibly
Smith
injured?
That's down. He's just taken. He's been.
Oh,
nothing wrong with that. I think he just
great
caught
hit.
him right in the face when he came through with a clear. Maybe shouldn't be clearing out the scrum half, but there are actually sighting commissioners here, so I'm sure if there's anything even marginal, they will pick that up.
But I find that quite interesting. That was a display of the physicality that these kids, I guess, have brought from King's College. You know, all young, hitting very hard, very confident what they do. Very, very impressive.
I think they had a very strong start to the week in Wanchai on Monday, Tuesday as well. So they've obviously turned that around, which is quite impressive.
Youth can do it.
So they actually had one of their players with appendicitis developed after night out in Wanchai. So he ended up in hospital. But he's out now. He's all fine. He's on a wheelchair over there.
Really?
Yeah. Not looking too healthy. And definitely disappointed that he can't have any alcohol.
Oh, I can imagine.
Best party in the world, and he can't get involved.
I'm sure he'll find a way. Some people might just say he's going for the sympathy vote.
Yeah, I think it's a good call just to take him off and just do the concussion check and the touchdown. It was a pretty hard knock he got to the face.
Yeah, he come pretty hard, and that was the shoulder direct to the face, kind of pushed his head back.
Yeah, so it's good to see an early introduction for player coach Craig Hammond. No, I think he's sending someone else on first.
Good agency displayed by the medical staff, still walking off the pitch. The player run off. He went there for about 30 seconds, but good agency display there.
Yeah, it's good to see and reassuring for the guys that are playing as well. So these scrums should be quite interesting. Both these teams have been giving it some pretty good efforts in the scrums, so there should be some competition here.
No gentleman's agreement in this one.
No gentleman's agreement.
So King's College on the attack there, looking to break through, just working their way into the Scottish Exiles 22.
So you can see already they're a bit different from the Gavcal team. They're far tighter, they're not spread across the pitch.
Yeah, huge difference. It's a penalty there to King's Cross, diving in off their feet.
They've obviously done a bit of work in their lineouts. The lineouts actually been quite impressive throughout. They tend to bring the scrum half in to jump.
Well, they seem disciplined right throughout every aspect of the game, I'd say. You know.
Yeah, there's got some good kids, and it's a good rugby program. It's obviously pretty well coached. There's one of the guys, Harry Struss, was actually up playing for us at Hong Kong Football Club, and he made a really positive impact. He was, even though he was only here for a short time, he obviously knew what he was doing. He was a good athlete. So you bring that scrum half in up, and they've done a few drives. So they're obviously trying to keep it quite tight against Scottish. They don't want to go wide early.
Yeah, no, exactly. I guess trying to establish a dominance in the forward pack there.
Maybe see that as the area to target. Not much for entertainment, mind you. Australians.
Well, that was unlucky, just knocked on slightly there by King's College, who were very close to getting the first points on the board at just after 4 minutes into this game.
The game has been stuck in the Scottish 22s. Hasn't really got going yet. Maybe we'll see what Scottish do off this, whether they adopt the kicking game and try and knock it deep. And Queens, and got a guy sitting in sweeper, and he's sitting just about the halfway line. So they're obviously prepared for the kick.
And here's the kick that comes there now. Yeah. As you said, the sweeper's there ready.
You've got a good kick chase here, Scottish. It's spread across the pitch quite well, so it'll be interesting if they can get him down in the halfway line. A good offload, it could be on here.
Looks like it's on there now. It's sucking in, creating a gap. Pure foot race. Oh, great defence there, hanging on to the back of his jersey, refusing to let go. Just dragged him into touch here, just a metre from the line.
Really good play by Harrington, all take a straight line. He's looked pretty impressive throughout.
A little bit of argy-bargy there, like a little bit of pushing, gets the crowd involved, gets the levels high.
Jamie Pincott just about thrown to line. Normally a prop, as you can probably tell by the tightness of the jersey.
It's a true dad body there.
Yeah, you don't want to hold that camera angle. Oh, there we go.
So King's College win the line-outs off the head there.
Good D from Scottish.
Puts them in a great attack position again. And it looks like they'll keep it tight and try to force it over the line.
They're just resetting the drive. Quite slow ball, so they're probably going to have to have a hit up before they go wide. And the ref just got bored watching that.
Yeah, give a penalty. I'm not sure what that was for.
The UQ guys are trying to point out that's the third penalty. So going for the corner again. I suspect they're going to try and go for the drive here.
It's worked for them so far, so it's going to make sense in that.
Gives you a chance to go to the Sportsman and get a couple of beers instead of watching. Spare a couple of minutes and then mess around in the 5-metre line.
I think that's what they're doing it for, to try and win some favourites in the home crowd that's building over there at the Sportsman's Bar.
No, didn't quite execute the lineouts. They've been forced to go wide.
Straight back out, taking it in.
It's Campbell Wakely with a pick up there. Makes a couple of yards. They're trying to speed the ball up and just try and get that pick and go. I think Scottish are doing well here. They're probably playing to Scottish hands a bit, given the size of the Scottish front row. They've actually got a few front 5 forwards in there.
Do you think they're playing this type of rugby just to kind of sap the energy from the Scottish? Kind of get them in there working, not give them a break, tire them out, and then they'll just start dominating? Because you've got to back the youth and
I think we've got a strong bench, yeah, so they probably are going for that angle. Not much fun if you put in the wing. You see Scottish are pushing up very well. We did this against the Dragons. So it could be on a
quick break here now. Just need to straighten out there, not run out of space.
Joe Tuiso, so. Nailed the pronunciation. Good carry by Sam Hawking.
Great offload, looks after there.
It's Keystrip. Trying to offload. So as you can see, Scottish look far more dangerous when they've actually got the ball, and they're quite happy just to soak up the pressure and wait for UQ to give it to them. Things getting fight state.
They both sense glory. A smile on the face afterwards. There's a beauty about rugby, physical hard game. And then
Rory Smith in the red headgear actually plays his prizes played at Kowloon. Number 8 for them is a really impressive season. His first season in Hong Kong. Good line-out, great execution. Bit of confusion there. They weren't sure whether they were going for the drive or whether they were going off the top. There's Pincott in there. It took a bit of stopping.
If they lose to these King's College side, they're not afraid of the contact, are they?
No, they love it. There's Henderson. Oh, he's done well there. Great feet. Good finish.
He's got a knock to there. Good tackle.
Yeah. UQ could be on here. Good chase.
It's really interesting now. It's a foot race. The bounce has gone for him now. Supporting players. Just couldn't quite get the pass.
He's Hawking. Oh no, sorry, Rory Smith in the midfield. Offloads to Keystrip. There's Pincott. He's only going to do one thing.
Isn't he Welsh? More Scottish?
Pincott? Yeah, I think he is. We're not too fussy these days. If you've seen our national team, we'll take anything.
Well, they stuck the 2 players
apart
in.
From Welsh guys, obviously. No, Pincott got stood up there. Got stuck in Fat Man's alley.
So not many options there for King's College at the moment, but I'm pretty confident these guys will create something out very...
You can see Pincott was taking a wee water break for himself. Maybe time for some substitutions. I think Coach Hammond's about to make a change. Prince Catley coming onto the line. Be interesting to see when he gets the ball in his hands if he's got any heels.
I'll be very interested to see. There's just over 3.5 minutes left in this first half. Score remains at King's College 0, as well as Taikoo plays Scottish Exiles still on 0, yet to break the score in deadlock. Been a pretty balanced game, you know. Started off holding in the Scottish 22.
Yeah.
They worked their way down here now, and now back to the middle of the field. So it seems quite a balanced game at the moment.
Yeah, I just wonder UK are going to have to up it a bit if they're going to score. Scottish look very comfortable defending against them. A bit more pushing in the scrum. Oh, he's one against the head.
Big scrum there, big drive there. The Scottish come away with the ball. They're going to make a break. Penalty awarded there to King's College.
He's missed touch with that kick.
Hasn't been touched before. Might be in the corner there. So it's a one-on-one if he makes the tackle there.
An opportunity for Scottish to attack if they go wide. Buchan in the midfield.
So he's pinning his back. He saw a gap. He backed himself.
Oh,
the ankle tackle. Oh.
Should have given that maybe a wee bit earlier. Key strip.
Sense glory.
A long way from glory.
Yeah, by the look of his top then, you might even say he's a little bit chilly.
Yeah.
It's a good crowd building now as we're getting closer and closer to the finals. Not many seats left in the stands. To get down here as soon as you can.
Just a reminder, the football club game kicks off just after 6 o'clock. It's the main event, obviously, so you probably want to be down for that. And if you want to bring your boots in the top, we could probably find a spot for you on the bench, since we've got a few casualties.
There you have it from the coaching team of the Texas Hong Kong Football Club. Bring your boots down, your rugby CV, and you could possibly get some silverware.
CV probably not required. So UK again lined up quite tight. The widest players just from the inside of the post, but they've given away a penalty in the scrum. So Scottish will look to attack. Yeah, Scottish will look to go wide and pull them. Mistake in the midfield from Henderson. Yeah, but they went back 10 metres. Well spotted ref. Fitness of the UK,
King's College.
the fitness of the UK guys is obviously quite good as well. You can see whenever they are giving away a penalty, they're back with 10 metres quite quickly. And given that everyone else is knackered, it's probably going to put you in pretty good state. Anderson knocks it down.
He's had a very good tournament there.
Yeah, he's a good player. He's I think Scottish for a year and a bit, and he's their place to go back for them. And yeah, he's a dangerous player. He's got great feet on him and a good boot.
Yeah, we've seen him slide out a few tackles today.
Yeah.
Really put Scottish on the front foot. So King's College
Line out faulty a little bit there.
get the ball back there in their 22.
They've gone for the kicking game, which is a good option.
Kick it deep
When there was no
downfield.
sweeper there, and they've got to all go back and start again.
Yeah, I think things are not a little bit jagged in
Prince
the
catcher
window.
with another agricultural hawk into touch. Would have been interesting to see him have a go. It's all to play for. All square at half time.
Yeah, could easily go either way. I'd say that very equally matched teams there. Hard to call it which way it's going to go.
I'm putting my money in the Scottish for obvious reasons.
So obviously they get a 3-minute break now, just to kind of look at the first half. Going to have some reflections, get some advice from the coaching staff on the side.
See Jamie Pincock playing with his shorts. We're going to switch off that.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what they're going to do differently now when they come out.
Yeah, and again, it comes down to that second half when guys start getting tired, the gaps start appearing. So yeah, if UK can actually keep and hold on to the ball, or the side who holds on to the ball best will probably win, I would say.
Yeah, it's interesting. They're playing kind of different tactic than what they have played. You know, they've scored some great tries, made some breaks, run off each other really well. But as you said, they've kept it pretty tight in this first half.
Yeah, they don't seem to back themselves that well.
To be honest, if I was in the middle of that Scottish huddle there, I think I'm back in the UK calling the Scottish call centre. We'll be able to understand a word they're saying.
I don't know many Scottish accents in the middle of that. I'd imagine Hammond's doing most of the talking. I don't think there's any changes for either side, but you probably see the speed of substitution pick up a bit in the second half as they're trying to bring on fresh legs and look for that gap.
Yeah, definitely. I think that's an important aspect of these games, is the ability to kind of bring people on and off like that and really kind of maximise the freshness on the field.
Yeah, and I think especially for the guys that aren't full-time pros, it's a difficult game for them, especially when for some unknown reason they decide to make it 12 minutes a half as opposed to 10 minutes, which is hard enough.
Well, I think that's an indication that I believe that means the finals will go up another 3 minutes again to 15 minutes each one.
I don't know if our guys know that yet. I'll probably hold off telling them.
I'm not sure if it is, but just
I really hope not.
Yeah, but normally the finals are a little bit longer than the other games.
There's with sevens, I suppose. You get 7 minute halves and then you go up to 10 minutes. But yeah, our guys don't need 15 minute halves for the final.
I don't think anyone does.
No. Good pressure.
Great hit there.
Again,
read that well, saw that coming.
Turns the ball over.
So referee giving a penalty to King's College there.
Swinging his arms about over that one.
So that gives the opportunity for King's College to take off a little bit of pressure off them. They kick the ball down near halfway line to have a line out.
Put the line out. Oh, no.
Unfortunately, I missed that then. I wasn't quite sure what that was for.
Yeah, I think it just broke through too early. Game's kind of struggled to get going. It's been broken up by various knock-ons and penalties. As you go further on in the tournament, the games get tighter, defences get better.
Quite interesting one as well. Do you kind of give it everything right now and get in the final and the opportunity of not winning, or do you just try and hold a little bit back now?
No, I think you've got to give everything, especially in this game. It's so tight. Depends who you want, what time you want to be in sportsman. Maybe you don't want to give it everything.
Tall's tall.
Yeah, another penalty at scrum time, and we're back off for another line.
So it was another penalty then from the scrum awarded to King's College that pushes them deeper into the half of the Scottish. Scottish steal the line up, make a quick break.
Twice they've tried that move.
Referee calls them back again.
They've had a penalty against them and they've just given away another penalty for 10 metres. I think that's Coach Hammond giving away the 10 metres. And they're going for another line out. Now, will they do? They're doing this one single man lift at the front, which Scottish have obviously been charging through on and giving away the penalties.
So I don't think they'll challenge. I think they'll just keep their feet, and if there is a drive, attack it straight away. And the King's Cross player will touch the ground.
I think the ref's just evening that up.
And both players look a little bit, both teams look a little bit confused looking at the referee at the moment.
Just the referee just blew the whistle for the last 10 minutes. Could be on here if we spot it. Cuts back in. It's Reece Cullen at scrum half. And with the clear out. Good feet again, Henderson.
Strong, very strong on first contact.
He's Scotland 7s player. He should have began. He didn't get the call from behind him.
Didn't see that one coming.
Picking back black bits of rubber out of everything for the next week and a half after that.
It does get everywhere.
Yeah, literally. Game beginning to break up a bit.
Yeah, tried a cheeky little offload at the back end, didn't quite work out, but
knock on there. It's Prince Catry, what's he got? Bit of a step, bit of gas. He was away. Nice wee first touch.
So that's a penalty there for King's College.
I don't know what happened. These last three penalties have been
both
for.
Scottish Exiles were holding them back on that. Didn't let them get away.
Queensland Union not a fan of the quick tap. I quite like the line.
I've got to say the King's College team must be very happy with the ill discipline displayed by the Scottish team. They're giving them a lot of penalties and the opportunity to take the pressure off themselves.
Harry Struss coming on for QU.
Line it on the halfway line for King's College.
Goes into contact, goes to ground quite early, did well to get that back. There's Hammond making use of himself. Henderson up in the line. Again, good pressure from Scottish to shut down that move. Referee bench shouting at something.
Not rolling away, I'd say, for the Scottish player. I think they're lucky to get away with that.
Left giving a penalty there for a minute. Rory Smith.
Didn't quite take it from the marks, the referee's pulling them back.
Yeah, a bit pedantic there perhaps, given his attempts to him. Maybe the starting play. The ref's featuring in this game quite a lot at the moment. Scottish going for a line out in the corner.
Push it in deep into the King's College 22. So just over 5.5 minutes left in this second half. The score remains completely deadlocked, both teams on 0.
Messy line out there from Scottish and just a messy breakdown. Slows the ball. Here's Pincock will try and create a bit of fast ball. It should be a penalty against QU for just following the ball there.
Oh, he did well to stay on his feet there.
Yeah.
So just for everyone at home, there's 5 minutes left in this second half. If it remains deadlocked at full time, we will go into extra time, and it will be kind of that golden score rule. So the first team to score in that period then will progress through to the next round, and the other team will officially start their tour.
Which I don't think either team will be particularly looking forward to. It's been pretty tough and going to play another 5 minutes. You're seeing now more substitutes coming on. They're starting to roll the guys on and off a lot more. And as people get tired and they try to avoid that mistake, it's Portgate trying to get the guys going. So Scottish want to maintain this position off the scrum and try and keep the pressure on. It's Henderson just lining up right behind the scrum, so you might see him sweep around, try and give him that extra man. There's Cullen, who's looked quite dangerous when he's had the ball. Good offload. Scottish can recycle quickly here.
Scramble defence
Not
by
going to
King's
stop
College.
Pincock from there. Oh, are they?
The referee,
Nope, the referee's giving it.
says good. So they break the deadlock there.
Good carry from Pincock. Gets over the line. probably need to fix the dent he left in the final.
So Jamie Pincock breaks the deadlock there for Taikoo, plays Scottish Exiles.
I don't think Henderson will miss this, so that'll put it up to 7. There's Coach Brian Rennie coming onto the pitch and giving the boys a bit of water and encouragement.
So he doesn't get the conversion. It remains at 5 points now, 2-0.
I'm disappointed with that effort. He should be knocking that over a guy of his ability.
No, definitely was pretty much straight in the straight in from the post. 3 minutes, 40 seconds left in this game.
He's kicked it out. It's 2 mistakes with the boot from Henderson that could be costly. So QU will get the ball on the halfway line and the opportunity to attack. One score, converted score will do it for them.
But so far in this game, they really haven't looked like scoring.
No, they haven't. They've been playing it quite tight, which I don't think is necessarily suited them. It's probably suited Scottish more.
Yeah.
Great tackle there behind. He's making a nuisance of himself in the contact and having a bit of afters. It's probably more interesting in the game. Good feet.
So it looks like a quick feet, looks like he make a bit of a break. Desperately trying to look for the offload there, so Scottish did well to prevent him doing that in the contact.
I think that's the difference between the second-tier teams and the top-tier teams, and the top-tier teams have that offload.
Yeah.
You know, the YCACs and the exceptional offloading off the deck, and very rarely get it caught up in contact.
There's a penalty there, going back to the linesman. That seems a long way for the linesman to be able to call it back.
Yeah, it's a linesman. He needs to get involved, right? I think it's something to do with Hammond, who's subbing himself off probably before he gets yellow carded.
Maybe witnessing foul play that off the ball.
There's a little bit of afters in one of the contacts. I don't think there was much in it, to be honest. And Hammond's already disappeared off the pitch.
So a couple of substitutes being made now for Scottish as well. Jamie Pincock's been taken off.
Conor Hartley back on. Plays centre for Cricket Club. So the penalty's finally gone to Scottish. Absolutely no idea why. So what Scottish do here is just knock it out, win the line out, and then that should be it. Game over.
So there's just under 2 minutes left in this game.
So
So Scottish have a line out into the King's Cross half.
Great shot there of the sportsman's filling up. That's a white shirt and the post-work crowd arriving.
It's where that blurry image of the background was Andy Eagle.
Yeah, it's pretty blurred, isn't it? Pretty big blur. It's a definite day for a white shirt. Keep those sweat patches under control.
I was wearing one to the office earlier and stood too long outside and started getting a bit of see-through.
Really?
Yeah.
That's not a good weakness. Good carry by Willie Smith. Tries to offload. Scottish will be quite happy just to camp out down here. There's a bit more afters as well.
So referee awarded a penalty. They take it quickly.
Not 10 metres, I don't think. It's all becoming very scrappy as they're tired.
Yeah, definitely. It's taking its toll. Maybe that night out, a few extra drinks in Wan Chai is taking its toll on King's Cross now. This has potential to be a major upset now. You can get this try.
Yeah. A lot of tired Scottish guys trying to make the tackles.
He's a little bit isolated there.
Yeah. Clock's counting down. You see the QU guys just aren't getting the angles there, and that's a knock-on.
Oh, he's kicked that away, so it gives it the ball
Collins
back.
chasing through, if he can get that ball back. A lot of very tired players out there.
I wouldn't have said that was a knock-on, but as the ref's called in, that'll be time on this game.
And that's it. Scottish happy with that, I would think.
So it's a big round of applause around the